Banana Boys Podcast, episode 33. I am maybe hungover. I have no idea. I'm Jaden.
And I'm Andrew. I think this is probably episode 33, unless we have multiple parts for Chinatown. And today we got a special guest on, all the way from Alberta.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Welcome Joshua on the podcast. Hello,
JRB
Josh.
Fitness.
JRB Fitness.
Yeah, that's what people call me.
There you go.
Fitness wise.
How you feeling today, man?
Feeling good. Last night, we were just talking about this earlier. Took a few drinks. We all slept late.
Yep.
I wasn't about to be here, but I was like, fuck, I can't just be like texting fucking Andrew and Jaden and be like, yo, I can't come. Like the next day, I was like, nah, fuck that, I'm gonna come. So I woke up early. I'm all the way in Coquitlam, and then I fucking went to the SkyTrain to Westminster. What is it, Westminster?
Yeah, New West.
New West.
Yeah. Whatever that shit is. And then I was gonna be late here, so I took a fucking Uber, and then I came here. And then Andrew was feeding his dogs. Me and Jaden just had a simple conversation outside, so it was pretty good.
I appreciate it, man. Sorry for the wait. You know, I gotta feed my dog his pills and medicine. The old dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're happy you're here. And first guest that's outside of BC and the people we know. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. People have reached out. We see your messages and we reply. But you gotta learn from this guy. He reached out in a very proper way. He like laid out everything. He's like, "This is me. This is what I do," and he provided value. And now he's here.
This guy sent me the screenshot of the DM. He's like, "Yo, you down to have him on?" I'm like, I didn't even look at it. I just like looked down. I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I just give it a quick glance. I'm like, "Yeah, he seems cool."
Yeah, man, he seemed dope.
I don't think I read it.
Thank you.
You didn't even
I just saw
read
a
it?
message. I'm like, "Oh, he seems cool." Like, I gave it a quick glance. I'm like, "He seems cool." All right, bet.
You didn't even read it? Oh.
I gave it a glance.
Bruh.
I was doing something.
Wait,
I read it later on, but I glanced at first.
Okay,
and I
you
sat
read it.
down.
Okay.
Then later I was like, "Okay, I'm down." I
I
tried
really took
reading
the
it.
time to write that shit too.
No, I
Wow.
did. I read it afterward. I was in the middle of something. That's why. So I glanced at it. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm down." Then later on, I went back to it.
Yeah, I was using Grammarly and shit. I was like having my friend a
Damn.
proofread. No, because like I don't know. I feel like whenever you wanna the first impression is always important, right?
Yes.
Because if you have like even like that one small mistake, people can like misinterpret it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll like read it wrong and then they'll think it's something different. So I was really like, then my name's Joshua Biascan. I'm from Edmonton. I'm coming to Vancouver. Would you like to collab or some shit? And then I gave like my information, like what I
Yeah.
provide. Because like if I just said, oh, I'm this guy coming to Vancouver, would you want to record? Would you be like, oh, come to my house, come to my house, and also like my Instagram, like I keep it public. That's my fitness account. You can also look around and shit. So,
Yeah.
like I made sure that like I had a purpose to come here. Like I didn't just be like, oh, I wanted to come because I can come,
Exactly.
Like,
And
yeah.
that's why I, actually took the time, like, all right, let's check this guy out. If you hadn't done that, I would have been like, yeah, well, I'll think about it. As I replied to many other people.
Yeah.
Sorry. But, now you're here. So, Joshua, So I'm just looking at your camera angle. You look all right.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you. Am I cute?
You look cute. So cute.
Thank you.
Tell me about yourself, Joshua. What do you do? What do you do?
Yeah. So
What are you doing here, actually?
Oh, what I'm doing here? Yeah, what I'm doing here right now is one of my friends. He's up here, so he's leaving to Texas, University of Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
In like literally in like a week from now. So like, what I'm trying to do is just visit him for a little bit. He's all the way in Coquitlam. He has a few friends staying there as well, so I'm just visiting. I also want to like check out the area, because I was here last year and I didn't really do much other than stay around downtown. And that's like what all tourists do. Like they stay around the popular spots. But I really want to go around this shit. Like I want to visit like, I don't know. I just want to go to like, what's it called? Grouse Mountain?
Grouse Mountain, yeah. The hike?
Because when one of my friends, she was over there, she showed me a photo. I was like, God damn, that shit is fucking beautiful. It's like, have you ever watched Dawn of the Apes or some shit like that?
Yeah,
You've seen it?
I've seen
It's
Planet
like
Earth.
it's literally like that. It's literally like that fucking forest scene.
Yeah.
When Caesar like screams and then they're like fucking
Yeah.
charging. I was like, holy fuck, I gotta visit that.
You guys see some other ones too, like the fucking Chief one too, right?
The Chief
Squamish
hike?
Chief. That one's
The
fucking
Squamish?
crazy.
Where's that? Which one's
That's
that?
further up, I think.
Squamish.
But
That's
it looks
better.
insane.
Yeah.
Like you gotta check that out next time
Yeah,
you're here,
I'll
or if you got
Isn't
time.
there
this
like
time.
nice hikes and mountains in Alberta too?
There is, but like
Like yeah, isn't Banff?
Yeah, Banff.
Yeah.
Banff is more like near BC, right? Because like,
That's okay. That's true.
because like, what's
Yeah.
it called? Edmonton is up here,
right.
and then Calgary is down here, like fucking 3 hours down. Everything else is just small cities and towns. So that's where like the old country folks, you know, they just,
Oh, country.
they're all there. They have
Yeah.
their trailers and shit. So like, it's like flat, you know. Like Edmonton is very
Oh.
flat until you kind of come up to BC, then you start seeing the
Yeah.
mountains, right? When I was here, especially in Coquitlam, it's right beside like the mountains, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was just looking, I was like, holy fuck. Like the fucking sunset is nice. You see
Yeah.
all these damn like, oh shit. You see all those mountains and stuff.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, this is cool. It's a nice environment.
We really do take it for granted here in BC, right?
You guys
Yeah.
do. You
Yeah.
guys do. I
Honestly.
promise you do.
Sometimes I'm like driving like out a nice street. Like there's a big hill, so when you get to the top of the hill, you can see like all the mountains and everything. I'm like,
Mhm.
damn, this is nice. All right, so I'm gonna keep going now.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're looking, it's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
If you're not from here, you look at it, you're like, oh, fuck.
I know when we talk to people who are not from here, it's
Yeah.
like, okay, wait, it is really nice,
Yeah.
but we should appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Because we were just interviewing like I think strangers at this Chinatown festival thing.
I saw that one.
Yeah. And then one of the girls was like, she came like the first few things that people say, it's like, oh, the hikes are so nice
Oh,
here,
yeah,
the mountains
yeah.
are so nice here, and it's like, yeah, we gotta we gotta appreciate it.
You gotta take
Um,
advantage of it too.
Take advantage
We
of
gotta
it.
do more hikes.
When was the last time you went on a hike? Both of you.
Damn, man, we haven't gone to one this summer yet.
Yeah, exactly.
It's perfect. I feel like it's perfect this summer.
I think last year I went on like maybe one.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's enough.
No, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But wait, so is your friend that lives here?
Yeah.
You met him? Is he from Alberta, or you just met him like?
I just met him online, to be honest.
Oh, right, okay.
It's kind of like fitness thing. Like, you know, you talk to people, especially like with fitness or like fitness industry, you want to connect with as much people as you can, right? Because the more you connect, the more exposure you'll have. And then like, obviously you'll get more clients. That's the goal, getting
Right.
clients. So I was, fucking talking around and I met him and then boom, we started talking. And then like, he's just been super nice ever since because I was like, yo, like everything you've done, like I appreciate you. Like, so I want to come over and visit before you leave, say our goodbyes.
Mm,
And like, I want to visit here too. Like I said,
Right.
Vancouver's pretty nice.
right. Okay. So speaking of fitness, then what do you do? What do you do, Josh?
Fitness.
This is your thing, right?
Yeah. So yeah, me and Jaden were talking about this early outside, but I'm a personal trainer at Evolve Strength South in Edmonton. So Jaden, you know Evolve Strength.
I've heard of the
You've
name.
heard of
I've
it?
Oh, okay.
heard of it.
Yeah, have you heard of it?
No.
Evolve Strength. So
So what is it?
it's like a mixed gym. It's not like a community gym
Yeah.
or public gym. It's more of like there's power or what's it called? Powerlifting.
Yeah.
And then there's Olympic lifting.
Yeah.
And then there's obviously like the general pop, their area. So they all have like different areas. And also inside they have like spaces you can rent out. So if you're like a massage therapist, if you're a doctor, if you're let's say a chiropractor or someone like a teacher, you can rent out those areas in Evolve Strength and you can start your business there. And what's funny is the first time I went to Evolve Strength, there's like this staircase that goes upstairs to the locker room.
Mhm.
I was walking up there and then the moment I turned, I saw someone getting a fade, like a haircut.
What?
Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Damn.
Because like, again, you can rent out the spaces.
Yeah.
His thing is called Dan the Barber. And I just walked, the door is wide open. He has this fucking like nape on
Yeah.
and the guy's just giving it a fade. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, that was like
Was it in the gym?
in the gym,
Yeah.
upstairs in the
That's
gym.
crazy.
And then that was like, I was like, yo, like this gym is different. Like this
Yeah.
is not your community gym where you walk upstairs and you see fucking old guys.
Yeah.
Your dick is hanging out and shit. It's like a motherfucker's getting a fade
Yeah.
in a gym. Like just imagine like you finish your workout, you take a shower and like, fuck, my hair's fucked. I'm just gonna fade right there.
Yeah.
And it's like convenient, it's nice.
How
That
big
reminds-
is this? How big is this gym?
I don't even know, to be honest. It's like
That sounds big.
it's
Yeah.
big, it's really big, but like there's like multiple gyms because at first the Evolve Strength South is like the original. Like that was the first one that opened up in Edmonton, and then they started branching off everywhere. But size wise,
like how many levels? Or like,
2 levels. You got the main gym floor and then the change room, the offices,
okay.
all that stuff. I don't know how big, but it's like a warehouse, like
Oh,
a
yeah,
big
yeah.
warehouse. That's how I can describe it.
Right. Got it.
Gives me like an Alpha Land or like a Revive gym type of vibe.
Mhm.
Like it's like all in one type of thing.
I actually think of it as like barbell brigade.
Yeah.
It's like very
Okay.
like imagine that 2 floors. So like you got the lifting floor and then
Ah.
the upper
Oh,
like a
shit.
staircase that goes up to like the changing
Right.
rooms and like the offices and stuff.
So you're a personal trainer there?
Yeah, personal trainer there. I work there.
Oh, damn. So you work. How long have you been a personal trainer? And I guess what
I
got you
just
into
started.
it?
So like
Oh, okay.
what happened was I was in school for personal training. We have this thing called NATE in Canada. Have you, or not Canada, Edmonton? Have you ever heard of it?
Is that similar to NASM?
No, it's like a because like in Alberta we have NATE and SATE, and those are like college schools where
Oh,
you can
okay.
go right after high school. And what they do is like you can stay there for a year, 2 years, 4 years, whatever. And it's like they set you up for success after the community college, whatever. So I went there. It's like 2 years. I finished it in like a year. To be honest, I was just fucking zooming through that
Mm.
shit. And then I did my practicum. You know, you guys know like
Yep.
practicum.
Yep.
I did it there at Evolve. So I met the gym owner, John Chung. Literally, I was like in my brain, I was like, hopefully I see him today. And literally, right when I walked in, I saw him.
Wow.
So I was like, I cannot take this opportunity. Like, I need to talk to him. So I went up to him, and like he owns this gym, and he owns the other gyms elsewhere in like Alberta and in BC, the
Right.
one that's opening up in here.
Right.
And like, I was like, holy fuck, like this guy's serious. And then when I started talking to him, I was like, my heart was beating. I was like, hey John, my name's Joshua. I'm a personal training student here. I would like to do the practicum. He's like, yeah, no worries. Blah, blah, blah. We just start talking business. And he's like, meet me next week on Tuesday here in my office. I was like, shook
Wow.
his hand. I was like, let's go, let's work. And then I met him next week. We started talking. And like, what's crazy is his life experiences, like his experiences with business is the way he taught me. It's like, I've learned more from him than anywhere else in my life. Like all the schools, all the business classes I took
Yeah.
for personal training,
Yeah.
all the internet bullshit, the books I read, like, they're good. Obviously they teach you a lot of things, but knowing someone who has really went through it and experienced it, it's like a different feeling. Like they tell you stuff that you wouldn't ever know, like ever. Cause like,
Mhm.
he really humbled the fuck out of me. Like he really humbled because,
What do you mean?
because like,
Were you not humble? Were you
no,
like...
I was like, I was a little cocky, I was
Okay.
like, oh, I'm a young personal trainer. You know how they act like, oh,
Sure.
I can just
Yeah.
train whoever. Like I can get whoever I want.
So how old were you when you met him? How old are you right now, actually?
I'm 19.
She.
And I met him like a few months ago. So like
Okay.
I was still 19 during the time, but like he really humbled the fuck out of me because like a lot of people, they think like you get clients right away. Like you
Sure.
can just do whatever and you'll get clients, but that's not the case because personal training is fucking expensive. Health is number one. People will pay whatever they want for their health, right?
Yes.
So like if they want to pay good amounts of money, they want to get the best trainer. So
Exactly.
starting off young, it's very hard because you don't really have experience. You're not very good at what you're doing. You're still learning. So most people, they'll choose a trainer who's 40 years old, who's done over 100K hours of work
Makes sense.
rather than a new trainer who started off. So like I thought I could get into it and just get 100 clients, like easy, not even 100, like maybe like 20 clients easy.
Right.
But then I started struggling. And then that's where he started talking to me like, yo, you need to fix what you're fucking doing right now. Because like what you're doing right now is not working. Because like before I wanted to focus on athletes because I'm an athlete myself. Like I played hockey, football.
Mhm.
I did all this type of stuff growing up. So I want to be like, oh, I want to train athletes. Like I want to work with professional athletes in
exactly.
Edmonton. And he's like, no, you can't, because professional athletes are not going to choose a 19-year-old to train them. And then I was like, yeah, you're right. He's like, what you should focus on is training the general population and finding your own niche. And I was like, niche? Like, what do you mean? Like anyone can be trained. And he's like, find a specific niche that people can relate to. So by this, he was like, what race are you? I'm like, oh, I'm Filipino. Find Filipino people and talk to them. Just talk to them. Don't even talk about training. Just talk to them. Get to know the Filipino community. Because like a Filipino person will most likely choose a Filipino person as their trainer, right? Just because it's relatable. You can relate. So he was telling me like, find a specific niche and really like beat the fuck out of it. Like go to markets like TNT, for example. Or like there's this restaurant in Edmonton. It's called Cebuchan. It's like a Filipino restaurant.
Okay.
He's like, go there, talk to the owner, do this, do that. Because like the best way to promote yourself is through word of mouth. Like I'm sure you guys know this, right? Because like I used to think, oh, social media, just text. But not everyone wants to fucking talk on social media.
No.
But if I'm talking to you face to face, it's like,
It's different.
it's different. Like you can't fucking hide, you can't run.
Exactly.
And most of the time you feel interested Because if you're like, hey, I'm a personal trainer, you see it, you don't even like open it. You just see it, nah, whatever.
Looks like spam.
It's
you know?
it's
I've
like spam.
received
It's like,
it, yeah.
wipe,
Okay.
it's gone.
Yeah.
But like when you're face to face, like, hey, my name's Joshua. How's your day? Like, not even like fuck all the personal training shit. Just go straight into it. Like, yo, like, my name's Joshua. How's your day? You know, start a conversation, and then, you know, we can talk about like fitness. Like after, like, don't even bring it up like purposely. Just like started to like, oh, what do you do? Oh, I'm a personal trainer. You know what I mean? I do this and that, and then maybe like, oh, I'm looking for a personal trainer.
Yeah.
And then boom, boom, boom.
Make the genuine connection.
Yeah, make the
first,
genuine
right?
connection. Everything starts connecting the dots, and then what happens is, what's great about that is that when you start training them and they actually like your product and your service, they refer it. Exactly. So there was a time when I had a young woman. She's just graduated college. She's like 24-ish.
Okay.
She liked what I had, and then she referred it to her sister, or not her sister, her aunt, right? And then the aunt liked my stuff and referred it to her sister, and then her sister liked it, so she brought her sons to it and her nephew. I was like, oh fuck, like this is a whole family tree, and it's all
man.
because reference. Like, to keep talking to people, man. Like, this is why I'm here. Like, I get to connect with you guys. I get to talk to you guys. Like, it's nice. People can understand me. People can understand you. It's like we all build a connection here.
Word of mouth is very powerful.
Very
it's
powerful.
Good that
It's
you
like,
bring it up.
People underestimate it. Like, talk. Like, before I used to be a shy motherfucker. Like, yo,
Really?
like,
Really?
I used to be.
I can't
shy.
tell.
I used to be shy as
Right,
fuck.
that's it.
Like when I was young, like pre-COVID, like I was shy, man. Like,
How come that's just like how you were, or?
I don't know. I think it was because I was scared how people would perceive me.
Right. Okay.
Like, I don't know. Growing up, I was like skinny, like Jaden. I was really skinny. People made fun of me for my weight. I felt honestly like I was like, I didn't like where I was at. So then I started training, and I was like, fuck, like I need to get out of my comfort zone. So I started talking to other people. And what's good is the more people you talk to, the more comfortable you become. Like, especially when you're talking to like a wide range of people. Like if you just talk to white people only, or Asian people only, or black people only, it's like you're not really understanding more to the story. Like that's why like I've talked to let's say some skinny Asian kids who want to get big. I've talked to big white women who wants to lose weight. Like there's a variety of stuff, and you learn so much stuff from them. So like that word of mouth is very important, like I said. Connection.
So what pushed you? Was it simply just because you were getting made fun of, and that was like, oh, I don't want that anymore, and you just sort of just stepped out like that, stepped out of your comfort zone from that, or like is there something else that also pushed you?
Honestly, I don't even know. It's more like I was just tired, man. Like I was just tired of being like that fucking guy, especially like pre-COVID. You know, everyone was like at their house, right?
Yeah.
And like I just graduated. I didn't even graduate because like, or I did graduate, but like I didn't have my graduation party, right?
Yeah.
Because it was 2020. You know,
sure.
Everyone was in their house, so I was just like, you know, I'm just at my house. No work. You know, I don't have my fucking degree yet because like, what's it called? You have to pick it up later. I was like, fuck. Like, what am I gonna do? And then like I said, man, I just started connecting with other people.
Right.
And, like, it really changed my life. And like before that, oh my god, I forgot to tell you. Before that, I think this was probably the best, like the best thing that has ever happened to me is that I went to U of A for engineering, University of Alberta. I applied there,
Okay.
right? Because that's what I first wanted to do, right? I was like, fuck, I need to do something. So I did that, like just out of pure panic. Like I didn't even want to do it. I was just like, I wanted. Like,
but you got in.
No, I didn't get in.
Oh.
I didn't get in, which is the good part. So I got declined, and I was like, fuck. Like I was sad, obviously. But then this kind of opened the trailway to personal training. And ever since I walked that like pathway, I never looked back. I was like, fuck that shit. Like, I can't even believe I was about to be an engineer. Like, that honestly blows my mind because, like, I would have fucking hated that job.
Right.
Even though I was good at math. I was really
oh,
good
are
at
you?
math. Yeah.
Damn.
I fucking hated, like, I don't know. I just didn't like it. It was like a panic thing. Like, oh, my mom is, like, telling me to do this. Like, my grandma wants me to become a cop because I'm athletic, right? My mom's like, oh, get good money. My dad's like, oh, do whatever you want. I was like, fuck. Like, and then I picked that, got declined, sad. I was sad for a little bit. I was like, fuck that. I'm gonna go to Nate, do personal training. And ever since, like, I just connected with other people, and it was like best thing that has ever happened.
Best thing.
I promise you.
Yeah.
The best thing.
Yeah.
Where is that? The Evolve gym that's opening in Vancouver. Where is that gonna be?
Burnaby.
Burnaby.
It's called Brentwood.
Oh yeah,
Brentwood.
That's
it's opening here.
What's that?
Evolve Gym's opening.
Yeah,
Yo,
you
and-
guys should try it out. It's
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
Because there's like, I want to go there. And also, there's a gym out by your area in Coquitlam, like called West Coast Iron.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try that one as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's like, I think that's like one of the bigger gyms that are popular here.
Yeah.
Like, I think fucking C-Bum did a couple videos there too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I
When,
never even heard
when he
of
comes to
it.
Vancouver, like he did a couple
Oh,
videos
really?
at a West Coast Iron in Poco,
Oh,
like Port
go
Coquitlam. So I want to go there as well.
I know that.
Yeah.
Sebum, Chris Bumstead.
Yeah.
What gym do you go to? right
World
now?
Champ.
Is it-
It's out in Richmond, like down the street
Yeah.
from here. Well, not down the street, but it's like down at the bottom of Richmond. It's pretty
Is it
solid.
like a community gym?
No,
or
it's like a. It's just a gym. It used to be it used to be like an all-in-one, like Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, boxing, all that
oh
stuff.
yeah,
Now it's just straight up, pretty much just a bodybuilding gym. Like everyone that goes there is,
on roids.
I think, yeah. But honestly, like I think 80%, 70% of the people that go there now are competing in some sort of physique or powerlifting thing.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty solid gym.
Well, how do your parents feel? Because you mentioned your parents about wanting you to be a cop or
yeah.
right. But how do they feel about you being a personal trainer now?
Especially Filipino parents, they like to compare kids, right?
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, at first I thought they'd be like, because like engineering is a pretty prestigious role, you know what
Sure.
I mean?
Yeah.
Sure,
Even a
sure.
cop is pretty prestigious, and they care about those like prestige levels,
Status,
like
whatever,
status. Yeah,
yeah.
like if you're a doctor, you're up here, engineer, cop, whatever.
Mm.
And then at first, because like personal training, at first people think you don't get a lot of money. You search up personal training salary, it's like $40 an hour, and that's $40 an hour is very fucking cheap. If you value your stuff, you should be charging $80 to $100 an hour. But they thought like it was very cheap. Like, you know, you're doing this like for no reason. But then like when I started talking to them, they're like, yo, like, never mind. Like, honestly, we support you. And it's like I said, it's levels. Like they just at first, obviously they're you know, you're my kid's going into this. I don't know if that's really
mhm.
what he wants to do. Like they thought it was kind of like a short-term thing.
Right.
But then when I started progressing and they actually saw that I wanted to pursue this full time, full time. They were like, yo, like do whatever the fuck you want, like kill it. And they've been supportive ever since. Like they've been with me from day one.
They're supporting, seeing how much you're like into it
Mhm.
and interested and willing to put
Yeah,
in the work.
the moment they saw me like really put in the work, they're like, yeah, you keep doing what you're doing. We don't fucking care.
Do you train your parents?
No,
No.
they don't want to be trained. I don't know. I feel like they want to get fit, obviously. And what's crazy is like they don't even ask me questions. Like they'll just be like running on the treadmill. I'll be like, just go for a walk, 10 minutes. That's better than running on a treadmill for 30 minutes. And they're like, no, we'll do the treadmill. It's like, okay, you can do whatever you want. I'm not gonna force them, you know.
Right, exactly.
Mhm.
So you took his advice, right? What was
John Chung.
John Chung
Yeah.
about how you pick a niche and you go talk to Filipino people or get in that community? Was that what you ended up doing?
Very similar, or it's not like exactly. It was more like yeah, I was talking to people, but I didn't really want to specifically get Filipino people. Like
Sure.
like obviously I wanted to focus on a niche, which was the niche you told me to get was older Filipino women, because a lot of them have there's like three things that people want. So not people want, but like three concepts you guys need to understand. Money, time, and a problem.
Mhm.
Right? When people have time, what's it called? When people have time, they don't have much money and they don't have much of a problem, right? Because like let's say you're not working, right? You have a lot of time, but you don't have much money. When people have a lot of money, they don't have much time, right? But when they have like a problem, like a really bad problem, let's say they fucked up their knee, they fell and they fucked up their knee, they're willing to waste time and money to fix that problem. So that's what he was telling me. He's like,
okay.
because the older population, they have more injuries, you know, they slip, especially in the wintertime. That's where like the client, you know, thing booms. That's when the personal training clientele, people want to get personal trainers because like they fuck up their knee, they slip on the ice,
Right.
they hit the ground, they fuck up their knee, or their low back hurts because they slipped on the ice or something like that. And he was telling me how like you got to really like hit the problem part, because people will go out of their way to just be like, you know, I don't care how much money I make, I don't care how much time I have. If this can fix my pain, then I will fucking pay as much money as I want.
Right.
And he was like, you got to hit those parts. So then I was like, okay, I'll just focus on, or he was telling me like, oh, just focus on older Filipino women, shit like that.
So that's the niche right now you're focusing on.
Yeah, that's the niche. I have a few. It's nice, honestly. Like it's even though I can't speak Filipino that well,
Okay.
most of them know how to speak English, right? So it's
Right.
like it's chill. It's been nice so far.
Do you still want? You need to jump in, by the
No,
way.
I'm just.
You know, you just jump in. I always feel bad because I just keep asking.
No, it's all right, keep asking.
What was I saying? But you said before you also want to focus on athletic work. Is that still something you want to do?
Yeah, maybe later down the line. I think right now I just want to build up my clientele. Like right now I have 10, around 10. That's pretty good, especially starting off. Like even
Mm.
John, he was like surprised. He was like holy
Wow.
fuck, that's a lot. Cause like normally when he does a practicum with other people, like 2 or 3 will stay. Or not even 2 or 3, like even like 1 or 2 will stay.
Wow.
And then that's kind of like the limit. Or not the limit, but like
The
how much?
average.
Yeah, the average. He's like 1 out of 4 people will stay or something like that. And I was like, okay. But then I really like I said, I hit the problem because like one of my clients, she has fibromyalgia.
Mm.
She's anemic.
Mm.
She has osteoarthritis.
Oh.
She has she can't eat fruits for some reason because like
Wow.
her stomach doesn't digest. She has all the fucking problems in the world. All the problems. Like I literally mean every single thing you can think of. She has a problem. And then she hit me up. She's like, yo, like I seen your ad. It was on Kijiji. She's like, oh, I seen your ad on Kijiji and can I train with you? I was like, okay, yeah. And like at first when we had that initial phone call, you know, you want to get to know them a little
Yep.
bit. And like always call them rather than text because people, like I said, will see the text and they'll like throw it off. So like always call them. So I called her.
Yep.
We started talking. At first she sounded like very wary, like I don't know if I want to do this. And then when we had our first session, fucking killed it. Like she loved that shit. And she was telling me how like before she was thinking like me today, she was thinking like, oh, I don't know if I should come. Like I don't know. And then she just went through it. And I'm so happy with her, man. Because like just recently she told me like before she was like super depressed when she went into personal or before she even hit me up because she was like struggling with her mental health. And like obviously you guys know what fibromyalgia is.
Remind the audience and remind us
So,
what
like,
that is again.
Fibromyalgia is like basically pain everywhere.
Oh, okay.
So
Right.
she tells me every day she wakes up, she feels pain. If she walks for this amount of time, she feels pain.
Jeez.
And it's like a rare condition, but like
What's the cause of it? Do people know?
I think it's genetic or something like that. I don't even
Yeah.
know. I didn't go too much into it, but like I know like it causes pain everywhere.
Yeah.
So the way I programmed her shit, it was like you got to be careful. You got to be very
Sure.
careful with the way she trains. So when we first started off, we started off doing wall push-ups, resistant band work, building up connective tissue, stuff like that. And then now she's fucking killing it. Like she's doing push-ups on the
Wow.
fucking ground now. She's using the row machines, and we started off with bands. And like I said, she was struggling with mental health stuff. So like when she told me that, like I feel happy when I come here to the gym to train with you, I was like,
Damn.
this is like what I want to fucking do, man. Like fuck all the lose 30 pounds in 30 days shit. Like when your client tells you that they are happy with what they have or happy that they hit you up and happy that they enjoy the workout, it's like that is the best feeling in the world. And honestly, I was about to cry. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, you're touched by that.
I was touched because like I've never had someone be like, yo, thank you for everything. Like because of you, I'm happier now. I'm in a happier state. Like I never had that in my life. And I was like, holy fuck. Like that really touched my heart. And like she's one of my favorite people ever. Like she's just so nice. And like from the time we started, it's been amazing, man. Amazing ride with her.
And that just further drove your motivation. Is that like probably your main reason to do this, right?
Yeah.
Just making people's lives better.
Yeah. I didn't I didn't really understand why people would like pick a personal trainer at first because like obviously health is important, but like you can learn this shit from YouTube, right? You know what I mean? Like you're Jaden was saying you're like a knees over toes guy, right?
This guy's heavy and athlete X too.
Mhm.
I was asking the X back in the early days.
Because
I
like
loved him.
when we all started doing fitness shit, right? We all started saw YouTube videos like
Yeah,
how to
yeah.
bench, how to squat, all this shit.
Yeah.
But like when you really have someone teaching you how to do like going through the motions, saying good job or saying like, oh, you can do more, that's like very important, I feel like. Because like whenever I train with someone and then they train alone like the next day or whatever, it's like they tell me just it's not the same. It's really not the same. Have you guys ever had like a personal trainer like at your side, like right at your side?
No,
I've never done that.
I've never had it.
No. It's a different feeling because like
Yeah.
even for me, when I first started off, I didn't have one. but right now I do. His name is Kent Dwyer. You guys can search him up, but like he's honestly like one of the best people I've ever met in my life too. Because like him and Jong Chun, both of them really they really like humbled me, but in a good way. Like they really put me in my spot while also giving me tips. So like he's kind of my personal trainer. Obviously, like he has his own clientele, so he doesn't fucking train with me every day. But like there'll be times where like I don't know how to do something. Like I'm not a fucking like god, you know. I know all the exercises. So there'll be times where I don't know something, or let's say my knee hurts and I don't know what to do with it. He'll just come and be like, "Yo, do this, do that. You know, it's your ankle. Oh, it's your foot." And then we'll start doing it, and then it'll get better. Like most of the times, I'm sure you know this, but like people with knee pain, it's actually not from the knee. Like most of the time, it's from the fucking like ankle, the toes, mainly the toes, because like the shoes we wear, right? It's all clumped like this. Like we all walk like this, and like it's not stable compared to this. So that's why I recommend walking barefoot in the gym.
Have you seen the barefoot runner or whatever?
I've seen. That's why I recommend like especially athletes, because like athletes, you're jumping all around. If your feet are like this, you know, you're not really stabilized compared to this. When your toes are spread around like this. So like, that's why I recommend athletes to be like, yo, whenever you work out, barefoot. Whenever you're at home, barefoot. Whenever you're walking outside, I recommend like Crocs or like some like
fuck yeah.
Because like
Crocs,
I even
man.
have them right here. Like obviously I came in with some J's, you know, but like
I saw the J's.
Ooh,
like here,
of course,
always prepared.
You see how much space are in here? Like you could fit your whole fucking feet in, and like your toes will be spread out, and it's really like.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I wore Crocs in the gym once.
Feels
fire.
great.
It felt
It's
great.
fire.
It felt great.
It feels nice, man.
I don't know how I feel about squatting in them.
No. You gotta
but
go
like,
bare feet.
Anything like upper body wise, I think Crocs is the way.
Crocs?
Yeah, because like they have that grip too, you know. Like,
they're comfortable, man.
They're comfortable. They have that
Yeah.
grip when you bench press, you know. You really get that fucking.
Put in
feel.
sport mode.
Yeah, put in sport mode
Always,
if you're trying to run across the gym.
When you warm up, you put an eco mode. You put the strap back up.
Yeah,
chilling.
What do you think about there's like those barefoot shoes, like Vivo barefoot or something? Have you seen those?
Yeah.
5 toes.
No, not the 5 toes.
Oh,
Is it like
like it's just like basically like it's just like flat.
Yeah,
Like the same thing.
yeah. It's good. I mean, obviously when you're fucking hiking and you see someone like wearing that shit, you'll be like, that guy's fucking crazy.
But they're barefoot.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. They're training their feet, you know, especially in those rough ass terrains. Like, fuck, if your feet really can adapt to the environment, like you'll become a better athlete overall. Like I know people who, I don't even know. It's like this YouTuber who only walks on his feet, and I dead ass saw him do a kickflip on a skateboard with no nothing.
Oh,
And his foot, like the calluses on his foot were so strong that it didn't even rip.
what the fuck?
I was like, what the fuck? Like that is, and his toes were like fucking spread out like this.
yeah.
I was like, wow, that's like peak athletic work right there. Like I promise you, he doesn't have knee pain or hip pain because his feet are just
Right.
they can take all that fucking absorption.
A barefoot
Like
kickflip.
What's that?
A barefoot.
A
kickflip.
barefoot kickflip. I dead ass like just fucking barefoot kickflip. Like the top of his fucking foot was just scraping that shit. I was like, obviously, I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
But like his fucking shit is like goddamn iron. Like his feet is iron just because he walks barefoot.
Do you recommend that to the clients you have who are training barefoot?
It depends because like not all of them are athletes. You know, not all of them want to be like, oh, I want to play sports, whatever. So like. And when I have athletes come in, so like I have, let's say right now I have a girl who wrestles at the U of A. She's like top 3. She's one of the best.
Whoa, okay.
She's one of the best in Canada actually.
Really?
B.
Top
her
3.
name is B. Yeah, like top 3 in the U of A.
Wow.
One of the best in Western Canada, whatever, something like that.
Wow, okay.
Whenever I train with her, I'm like, yo, you gotta go bare feet, especially if wrestling. Like you gotta connect to the ground.
Sure.
Like you gotta really move around. You gotta learn how to, duck. Grab. A lot of people they fucking play dirty. You gotta be able to counter that shit. So with her, it's different training her than someone who wants to lose weight. Right? It's different.
Okay, that makes sense.
It varies.
Sure. So more for athletic purposes.
More for athletic people, go fucking bare feet. It's worth it.
But if they're just like bodybuilding or
I don't know. It just depends. Like you bodybuild. Have you ever or not?
train barefoot?
You just train to train?
I mean, I do bodybuilding style, but like I ain't big enough to say I'd bodybuild.
No, I say you bodybuild. Let's just say you
No,
bodybuild.
dude, you're
Let's just say
what are you talking about?
theoretically.
You're pretty
You're
big.
too humble, man. Too
Okay, so-
humble, man.
So like, have you ever done barefoot?
I've used to do it because back in my gym, like back before COVID, the boxing area was like no shoes and shit.
Yeah.
So I would just like my shoes. I already had my socks out and
Yeah.
the fucking the mats and shit. So I just went to the gym bare like socks wise. But now like I just wear shoes usually.
Excuse me.
But I'll tie the shoes so I'll spread my foot out and tie it around it so I have like as much room as possible.
Yeah.
But I usually just keep shoes on.
So do you recommend, I guess, I know you said it varies, but like basically almost any athletic training, you
Yeah.
train in barefoot?
Yeah.
So like if I had like basketball, like running
Barefoot. Go barefoot.
even on the gym court floor?
Not on, not on
nasty.
there.
That is
But like,
nasty.
let's say,
Nasty.
I mean, if you can, you know, I wouldn't recommend on socks though, because you'll slip and shit.
Yeah.
But like,
Right.
I mean,
Like you're running suicide, you run
yeah,
barefoot.
you go ahead. I mean, when I go on the turf to train, I go barefoot.
Sure. Okay. That
Just
makes
because, like, obviously, like, you know, running, you gotta connect to the ground, man. You just gotta,
yeah.
like, my toes. I promise you, some people's toes are fucking crossover like this. Have you seen Deion Sanders' toes?
I've seen some NFL players pretty fucked
Their
up.
toes, because of the cleats, their toes are
Yeah.
like this,
Oh.
and then that's how they fuck up their knees and shit. Because their toes are literally curved like this, right? My shit is like normal, but some people their shit's like wide, like
Jeez.
fucking hands, man.
But then for football players, they have no choice though.
They have no
right?
choice, exactly. That's why you want to train them as much as possible, just so you can just get used to it, you know?
Right. Right.
Get connected to the ground.
When you approach clients or when clients approach you, does age ever come up? Are they ever like iffy?
Yeah, for sure.
And then what do you do about that? Like, are they just like questioning your competence or like, oh, like can you do this or experience wise?
It's more experience, man. Like I said, like I'm younger than you guys, right? And I'm talking all this personal training business shit.
That's great. That's
you know?
awesome.
But like, I don't know. It's more like, cause like, would you rather have a trainer who's been in the business for fucking 30 years, right?
Yeah.
Who's went to school 4 years, has their master's degrees, whatever. They did personal training all this time. Would you rather pick him or a fucking inexperienced 19-year-old boy? Like
Right.
most people just pick that guy over him. But that's why you got to learn how to talk to people. Because honestly, if you know how to talk to people and be outgoing, you can be a fucking personal trainer. Like, fuck all this credential shit. Like, you can know a little bit about the anatomy, obviously, because that's important. But like, if you just know, if you're outgoing and if you like talking to people, do personal training. Because I promise you, you can easily get $80 to $100 an hour just personal training.
So that's what I'm wondering. Is that how you respond to those people asking you when they ask about your age? Is like you just present them with this more outgoing personality
Yeah,
and talkative
For
energy,
sure. For sure.
and they're like, okay, you know, they reconsider. It's like, okay, maybe you're
Yeah, for
screw
sure.
your age. It's all good.
For sure.
That's why.
And yeah, because I had one client, her name's Usha. She's like a mother of two, right? When she first, like, we always have these first few sessions where they kind of get to know me in the gym. So we were kind of doing like physical assessments, stuff like that. And then she was telling me how like at first you kind of seem a little intimidating. Just
Oh,
'cause-
you seem to me.
yeah, to me she's like, you seem a little intimidating, but I like how you talk. And then she just started just like that. And I guess it's like you don't really know a person unless you talk to them, type of thing.
Yeah.
It's like
exactly.
she just thought I was intimidating, but she also reached out to me. So I don't know.
Right.
She just said like, you know, you look intimidating, but you're a nice person. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not. We'll see.
Well, yeah. Now all the business stuff, are you just learning just basically through just experience and doing?
Yeah, well, mainly from John, because the way he like. What do you know about business? Let's say, if you were a personal trainer, how would you get clients?
How would I get clients?
Would there be? Do you think there's steps into it, or would you just reach out?
Well, I'm sure there's steps to it,
I
right?
want to hear your answer too.
Yeah.
You can go first.
Clients wise,
How do you get clients?
fuck. Because for me, like, I would want to like train people who are more like serious about it. But at the same time, the people who are like more serious about it, I don't know if they would go to a personal trainer.
Mm.
So I probably have to go like you said before, like the general population, like find a
Mm.
niche in that.
Yeah.
So I'd probably just do what you did for Chinese version. Find some Chinese aunties and
But
grandmas and
Can you speak Mandarin? Not really, right?
no,
Or what's Cantonese?
I can't speak. I'm Cantonese, but I can't speak Cantonese. So
Banana
that kind of
boys.
fucks me up more. I gotta find
Yeah.
more like whitewashed Asian aunties and stuff.
There's a lot of them here, so
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
But I
What
think that's
about
probably
you?
my
What about you,
strategy.
Andrew?
Honestly, I think it's just like you said, finding the problem, figuring out what problem I want to solve, right? And then through that problem, find a demographic that fits into that problem.
Yeah.
And then how to reach out, you just, I guess word of mouth is one,
Mhm.
social media, and just I think word of mouth is main one.
Yeah.
But once you get to those clients, then you got to present them with an offer that's like very good and that they can't like say no to. Which leads me to actually something. Have you heard of Alex Hormozy? You should check him out later. He's this like business guy who like sold his gym business for $100 million. He sounds. When I first saw him, I think we mentioned this with Sky last episode or 2 episodes. Alex Hormozy, remember he showed you a picture?
I can't remember.
Okay, it's all good. Yeah, he sounds kind of scammy and guru-y at first, but then he's like legit. He's just giving you free advice. But you should check him out. He talks about gym stuff and how to like client acquisition.
I remember who last episode. It was that guy who was like that basketball
trainer.
Yeah. Oh, it's him? Okay.
Yeah, that guy. But I recommend you check him out. It's all gym stuff and how to like provide really good value and making good offers.
Yeah. What's his name again?
Alex, Alex, and then Hormozy. He's
Okay.
got like a beard. He's like jacked.
I'll look into that.
But what I was saying, yeah, that's how I find clients. Oh yeah.
There's so much steps into it. Like
yeah,
you can obviously there's like a few steps. So there's lead gen, there's lead nurture, there's sales, there's fulfillment, and then retention. So with lead gen, that's like what I was talking about. You find your niche. You find as much people as you can put into that niche and then talk to them, train them, do whatever.
Yep.
Lead nurture is nurturing the potential of your clients. So by that, it's like social media. Use social media, keep talking to other people because some people, they don't want a personal trainer at first, but they might later on. So like, that's why you keep posting stuff on social media because let's say they're like, oh no, I don't really need a trainer right now. A few months later, they fuck up their hip or they fuck up their knee. Oh, I need a personal trainer. If they see your content on social media or you keep talking to them constantly, which is lead nurture. Yeah. They'll be like, oh shit, I do need a trainer. And then they'll hit you up. The next one is sales. So you got to sell them. You got to give your prices. Like I said, some trainers charge $40 an hour, which is dirt cheap. Like I promise you, if you value your fucking shit, if you really value it, 80, 100 an hour. Like I know at Evolve Strength, there's some trainers who charge like 150 for one session.
How much you charge?
70. But like I said, I'm starting in the business. I'm going to increase that.
That's already, yeah.
But like, don't start at 40. So all the new trainers who think that you're going to make enough money charging 20 and 40, and I see this all the time, especially with young people. You know, anything over 15, it's like, that's a lot of money, right? But like, you got to really value your shit. So that's sales. The next one is fulfillment. So you got to make sure what you're doing is actually working because what that's going to happen, it's going to lead into retention. They're going to stay. So let's say they want to lose weight and you train them and they don't lose any weight at all. Then they're not going to be like, okay, why would I stay if my goal isn't being fulfilled? Why would I stay? Yeah. Why would I stay if my goal isn't being fulfilled? So then that leads into retention. And like, if you're not retaining your clients, then they're gone.
You're gone.
Like, they're literally gone. You got to restart the whole cycle.
Exactly.
So it's literally a whole cycle. So lead gen, lead nurture, sales, fulfillment, retention. If they're gone, you start at the top. You get new clients. You do all these steps again. And that's kind of in business in general, to be honest. Not just personal training.
Exactly.
Because like, you can't, like, you got to get people flowing. People aren't just going to stay with you forever because with the gym, people are going to learn, right? You know, people age, people are busy. They're not going to be your client forever. So then they leave and you just got to restart the whole process again.
The business framework is probably similar to most things. It just depends on the industry.
Yeah, it's really the industry and like how people feel, to be honest.
To the point you said, don't charge 40 an hour. Well, what about those people who are like, I'm just starting out and I just want to get experience. So maybe they're like undercut themselves. Because even for me, when I started on videography, I think even I still do it now. It's like, I still undercut myself a lot just because it's like, oh, there's a client going to say no, they're going to reject. But it's like, so what do you say about people starting out and just like, they just want experience?
Honestly, I feel like for free, give out for free for experience. But once you get into it, charge because people will see your shit and they'll think of you as the cheap personal trainer. You know what I mean? Like, they'll see like trainers, $140, and they'll see it and they might not value it the same as those $100 trainers, right? So it's really just, you gotta value your shit. And like, how much do you charge? How much did you used to charge per like videography session?
It's like, it'll be like 30 an hour or something.
30 an hour?
Well, that's like for the editing.
Goodness.
It really depends on the thing, but it's like it was just cheap, man. I knew it was
Yeah.
just not a good
It's like
price.
30 an hour. You spent an hour there editing. How long did it take? Like an hour?
Sure,
2 hours.
couple hours.
So
Yeah,
you're making $15 an hour, right?
yeah.
Yeah, you could fucking work at Burger King. How much is the minimum wage? Like $15.20.
Or minimum wage, I don't even know, like
don't-
16, 15,
16?
25.
You can make more money at fucking Burger King. Like, how much do you do
16?
now?
Yeah, it depends on the thing. It's just hard to say. I don't even right now. I don't even like just when the client asks. I just like
Mhm.
I've learned to, and Alex talks a lot about that too. Don't focus on the pricing so much. Talk about the value that you're gonna bring to them first.
Yeah.
Once you figure that out, then you talk about pricing to them,
Yeah.
right? Then they're like, okay, this is the value I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
This is how much I'm gonna be willing to pay.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you say your price right away,
Mhm.
you might just like way below their budget.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's something I'm still working on.
Mhm.
But clearly,
Me too. I'm still working on it too. Don't worry. I'm still working on that shit. I'm still young. I got a lot to learn.
yeah, man, just charge an incredible amount. And
Not an
just-
incredible amount, but like value your shit. Like you gotta value it. Like if you think your personal training is $40, go ahead. Go ahead. Be known as the cheap trainer. You know,
Mm.
be known as that last minute trainer where I'm on a budget. You know, you can be known as that, or you can be known as that top trainer. You know, if you're working hard, you're doing all the shit, lead gen, lead nurture, all this shit, and value your shit, then people are gonna be like, yo, like Joshua. Yeah, you guys ever heard of Joshua? He's one of the best trainers in Edmonton. Like, you want to be that guy instead of Joshua? Oh, that cheap trainer?
cheap guy.
Like, nobody wants to be that guy. So
Mm.
really value your stuff. And obviously don't go overboard. Like, don't be like, oh, I'm gonna charge $200 a session. Like, it's my
Maybe one day.
Monday. Fuck. I don't know.
One day,
One day.
But like,
300.
don't
One day.
300. Don't go overboard. But like, obviously, like, know your stuff. Know your value. That's
Yeah.
really important.
Right. Go ahead. I was gonna say.
Do you have like a list? Because I got this shit. And like, do you have a list of gyms that you want to hit up one day?
Not really.
No?
Not right now. I do want to
Fuck.
go to Barbell Brigade though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't it in LA, right?
That's in LA, somewhere in California.
Yeah.
Probably.
I do want to go there though, just because I grew up watching like
Yeah.
JK News. You guys know them, right? JK News. I grew up watching them. I don't even know what did they split up right now?
I have no idea. I stopped watching them like a long time ago.
Yeah, I think they split up because like Tiffany, I think she like got mad with like Gio or some shit,
Oh.
and then they just like fucking split up and like apparently like mad beef. Like they just hate each other now.
Jeez.
That's what I heard. I don't fucking watch their shit too. But yeah, Barbell Brigade. I want to go there eventually.
I don't know. I mean,
Let's talk about the podcast.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the podcast.
talk about the podcast.
Mm,
What about the podcast?
mm.
You have a podcast,
Yeah.
or you produce a podcast.
Yeah.
What would plug it
So-
in? What's the podcast?
So the podcast I am on is called the Hustlepedia podcast. I like to say it's #1 in Edmonton, but I don't know. Probably definitely top 3 in Edmonton.
Really?
But
Podcast?
podcast, we like, I don't know, we reach,
Damn. All right.
yeah, like
How many listeners?
on one of them we got like 10,000. I don't know. I forgot.
word.
But like Edmonton, obviously, it's not a big,
Still something.
not a big fucking competition.
Sure.
But yeah, so the Hustlepedia podcast, it consists of Amin, Parsa, Logan, Jackie, and Lavanche. So 5 guys. It's full of hustlers. And I remember you guys were talking about this earlier in previous episodes. What does hustle mean? What do you
Yeah.
guys think hustle means?
What was that? That was a while ago.
We were stumped on that one.
See,
think,
I
too.
remember. I remember.
Jesus.
Fuck. You go first. I ain't got that.
What do you guys think
What's-
hustle means? I don't think you answered this.
We didn't answer because I think we said something about hustle.
think-
The term hustle is so overused.
I think the
and-
question itself was worded really weirdly, where we couldn't figure out what they meant by hustle too.
Yeah.
No, they said what is a side hustle? That's what they were asking.
That's what it was.
Okay, but what does hustle mean?
Hustle?
Hustle just mean working your ass off, man.
Yeah.
Just putting in the hours even when you don't want to, being disciplined. You don't have to. People always be like, find your passion, and you'll never like work a day in your life or something.
Mm.
But I feel like finding your passion. I feel like that's like so. What's the saying here? Like you should be doing stuff even when you don't like it.
Yeah.
Not saying like you should hate your life, right? But
Mhm.
there's times when you're not gonna be feeling it,
Yeah.
and you still gotta do it. So I
Yeah.
think that's like a big part of hustling is just like still
Working
hustling
your
and
ass
getting
off.
to your main goal, working your ass off
Yeah.
even when you don't want to.
What about you, Jaden?
Seems well the same thing,
Right.
just like working around the clock. Like, because like, well, we love podcasting and shit, but even we're getting tired of it.
Sometimes, yeah, man.
Like, we get sick of it sometimes. Some days I don't want to do it. Sometimes he doesn't want to do it. So it's like, but even on those days, we still come here.
Yeah.
Or
that's awesome.
he comes down the stairs. I come here and we still put out the work in it. So I think this like working around the clock of it, like working consistently putting in the work,
Yeah.
staying dedicated to it, even when putting in 100% when you are at 100%, and when you feel like 40%, you still put in 100%, like that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
What about you?
To me, hustle is working towards a goal.
Mm.
So like you never hustle to nothing, right? Think about it. Like if I'm hustling to get good at basketball, my goal is to get good at basketball. You know, you never say I'm hustling and there's no goal.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make sense. There's always a goal oriented thing. So like I said, to me, hustle is there's a goal, and like you guys both said, work hard. And like with the podcast, it's the Hustlepedia. So what we do is we get a bunch of hustlers. You know, we had season 1, which we kind of based our niche on in Edmonton. So we reached out to a lot of like Edmontonians, business people, stock market gurus, you know, what's it called? Crypto gods, whatever. I don't even look into crypto, nothing like that.
Okay.
Not NFL, college players. Like the latest episode we had, Newer and Lawal, they're both based in Edmonton, and one of them goes to TCU in Texas and Colorado State University.
Wow.
So they're hustling to go to the NFL.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we brought them on, and like, hopefully, maybe we should get both you guys on, because for season 2, we're reaching out to people across the world. So we're looking to get people all over the world, and maybe you guys can.
You're doing virtually?
Yeah, virtually. That's the plan.
I'm down to come down.
I'm down. Yeah, we've done a couple.
Yeah, I'll tell them about it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's just finding hustlers across the world, you know, connecting, because like I said from the start of the fucking episode, word of mouth, you know, you got to keep talking to other people. Like being able to connect people from BC. Yeah. Our audience in Edmonton connects with your audience in BC.
Yeah.
And then connects with other audience, whatever, you know, it's like all that shit is like very important. And like some people, they just need to, don't be selfish. Like, don't be fucking selfish and just connect, expose audience, do all this shit. Like, that's the biggest way to grow the brand.
Exactly. And that's
Banana
what
boys.
well, that's what I brought up about how we grew. I guess sort of grew, but like it is word of mouth, because like we get on these guests. Okay, right. We get these guests, right, and then we get connected to the guests, like friends as well,
fan group,
because they share. So it's like word of mouth is just so powerful. Like that's like the theme of this podcast today, just word of mouth.
And Vancouver is kind of small too. Like,
you think so?
Well, it's not small like in terms of population, but like everyone knows everyone.
Yeah.
Like everyone I meet now, they're like, yo, I fucking seen your show on TikTok or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? But okay, shit. Like it's everyone knows everyone at this point.
I mean, I think I saw you guys because of that. Yeah, Nelson on TikTok. He was like listening to podcasts when he works out.
Oh,
I think that's
like
when I first. Yeah, I think that's when I first saw you, because like my TikTok's full of fucking fitness.
Nelson's the guy I was telling you about earlier, like the JPG type of guy.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay, that's him.
He has a fitness page.
Yeah. He started like his online coaching thing.
Oh,
which is not bad. Yeah. So
you know how much he charges?
No idea.
I forgot. He's told me he does a
month. We can blur this out.
He does a monthly thing. I forgot.
Monthly thing.
I think his prices are public. Or I don't know, but it's like a monthly subscription.
And like that, you can have monthly subscription. How I like to do it is charge per session. So like 1 to 9 sessions is $70, and then we'll go to 1 to 9 sessions will be like $90, you know, and then 10 to 19 will be like $80, and then 20 plus sessions will be like $70, something like that. Always just always try to make people buy the big basket, just so they don't have to bring out their wallet more. And also it's like cheaper, you know. They see $90 and they're like, but then they see the 70.
That's the thing.
But technically they're paying more.
You anchor it. There you go.
Yeah, technically they're paying more because they're buying more sessions, right? So then you just gotta try to lead them into that area.
Isn't that fucking McDonald's trick?
Oh well, it's like the cinema trick too, with popcorn.
Yeah, like the small is super expensive to make the medium and large. Cheap.
No one buys the medium.
It's just a marketing tactic.
It is a marketing tactic.
It's just
it works though.
Yeah, like people, like even for me, like you'll see the expensive thing, you only get one, and then you see the cheaper thing, you get like 10, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna get the cheaper thing.
You paid more.
Yeah, even though you paid more. Like it's just like a mind game.
It's just perceived value, right? You think you're getting more valuable things. But that's what you gotta do with your offers to your clients, and that's what you are doing, right?
Yeah.
What were we saying? What are we bringing Nelson?
Because he found.
That was like episode 7. I don't know. That was early.
Because like I started listening to you guys. like January, bro, like February.
That's when we first started, pretty
Yeah,
much.
because
We
like
was-
Damn, we appreciate it.
I just like I said, I was scrolling TikTok. I found you guys, and this was when our podcast was starting up too. So then I was like, might as well like look into these guys. And I listen to a lot of podcasts, by the way. Like, you just because like it's good knowledge. Like you can always increase what you know, and like obviously you guys bring a lot of value. Like you guys brought a lot of valuable people to the table. I think my favorite video, is probably that girl, that like videography girl.
Hana 2K.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I don't know why she's just mad funny. Like I just couldn't stop laughing watching.
No,
her.
she is different. Why? Yeah, I was gonna ask them why. What is interesting about this podcast? Why do you listen to Banana Boys?
Yeah,
why do you guys listen to Banana Boys?
Why'd you want to come here?
I don't know, man. I could have just been like, I'm going to Vancouver. Fuck all this shit. Have fun.
Just chill
like,
out, yeah.
Just connection, man. Like it's always nice to connect with people. Like I love talking to people.
All right. Well, yeah, there you go. Well, why do you listen to it though?
Why do I listen to it? Maybe because I'm bored.
Okay.
That's like the main reason. But obviously, like I'm trying to know some shit. Like I could just listen to music when I'm bored, right?
Exactly.
But like, why listen to music when you can listen to someone talking about their business
Sure.
or talking about their goals and aspirations? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I know so much about you guys, but you guys still don't know enough about me. Just because I listen through, I sound like a fucking fanboy. But like I listen from episode 1 to whatever it is right now.
Jesus, that's crazy. But we still like when people say that to us, we're still like in disbelief. Like, why would anyone listen to us?
And I'm all the way in fucking Edmonton.
You're Edmonton.
I'm all the way in
What the
Edmonton.
hell?
I met one of my friends on like Wednesday and shit. She was like, "Yo, I saw you from TikTok and shit." I'm like, "Yo, fucking give me a shot right now." I had to forget about this.
Shit.
Yo,
fuck
fuck.
this shit.
It's the most nerve-wracking shit ever for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, we are at the festival and people coming up.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, we listen to your podcast, and they're like nervous and everything. We're just like,
Bro,
why are you
we're
nervous?
just chilling.
We're just chilling, man. But no, that's great. we appreciate every single one
Shout
of
out,
you.
yo.
We appreciate you. So you, no, go ahead.
I was gonna ask what your training splits like. Like, how do you train? And
How
stuff
do you
like
do it?
that?
I used to do the Arnold when I first started off.
Fuck.
Pretty fucking bad.
What's the
I don't
Arnold?
think it's bad, but like it's just like if you have a lot of time, then might as well do it. And then I started going to push pull legs, and then now I'm at upper lower just because it's more time convenient.
Yeah,
for me.
yeah,
I just like doing
Same.
upper Monday, lower Tuesday, upper Thursday, lower fucking Friday.
Is
whatever.
Arnold? Because there's 2 Arnolds. I can't remember off the top of my head. There's one where it's like you do 5 sets of 10 or some shit like that. Like there's a heavy volume. There's like one where you do like a powerlifting type of thing or something like that,
I think the Arnold one is like the heavy volume one. I
right?
think so.
Like 5 sets of 10.
yeah,
for everything?
something close to that. I don't know. I just you see shit out. You see fucking articles. You see Arnold fucking teased, and you just
Yeah.
think you can do that in like a fucking week. So that's why I started doing
That
it.
was me as a kid. Like Mike Rashid had me like benching like suicide grip.
Yo, like nah, that's just oh my god,
Jesus. I used to like bench like
bad
this, like-
influence.
oh,
bad
fuck.
influence.
Did it ever fall on you?
Nah, I actually had the bar almost follow me when
Yeah.
I did normal grip
I
though,
need
because
to.
like the gym's so hot and shit.
See, that's the
But-
thing with like the fitness industry, man. We all see shit, and it's low-key kind of toxic.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because we
Yeah.
all like to compare ourselves. Like you guys have different goals. Not everyone wants to go to the gym to fucking bench, squat, and deadlift heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not everyone wants to do that.
Exactly.
Not everyone wants to go to the gym to look like fucking Ronnie Coleman. You know what I mean? People need to understand, like, people have different goals. Like, some people
Yeah.
just want to be fit. Some people just want to move better.
Mm-hmm.
Some people just want to feel better.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
it's not just lifting heavy and looking good all the time.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I fucking hate, especially with, like, kind of like the male TikTok community.
Fucking hate
They
them.
like compare them to like, oh, I'm 14 and I fucking bench 315. What are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
okay.
No, I
First
hate-
of all, you're lying.
No,
I hate the
like-
ones that are like, they're like, are you a teenager with a small chest? Try this. It's like the
Yeah,
most
and then
basic workout ever.
Is it that fucking Asian guy?
Hey,
Like,
fucking
he's like
hate
he's like this all the
fucking
time.
the
target these.
the J Park kid. I think his name is J Park or some shit like that.
Oh, the bald guy.
Yeah, the kid with the alopecia.
Oh yeah, I know what
Fucking
you're
hate
talking
that guy.
about.
Oh,
He's
you're
like-
not talking about
I don't like that
Brandon
one.
Lee? No, Steven? I don't
I don't know
know.
his name.
I
I know what
know
he
it.
looks like. He grew his hair back, but
Yeah,
before
yeah.
he was fucking.
He's always like,
bald,
you have a
bald.
small chest. Try this. Like incline bench press. It's like,
It's like shit like this.
bro, that's like the most
Oh,
basic thing ever.
Oh, it's not the greased up Asian guy.
I think that's the age group of Asian guy. But he's always like,
he?
oh, you have small legs.
guy
Try
who-
this workout. And it's just the most basic.
No,
shit
I know
ever.
who you're talking. I know who both you guys are talking about. The one he's talking about is like, hey King,
Oh,
you want chest like
yeah,
this?
yeah,
And
yeah.
he's like
Yeah.
doing this for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a great physique though. It'd be good for you.
Oh
but,
yeah, he's
but
fucking
just
sexy, but like,
It's
shit,
funny.
I hate those guys.
that
man.
shit toxic as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, cause like if I was fucking like a 14-year-old kid and I saw that and
Yeah.
I did those fucking bullshit ass chest whatever things, and I'm not seeing progress, I'm gonna discourage myself. Like,
That's
why
true.
am I not getting big like this? Why am I
Yeah.
not getting big like that? Like, It's fucking toxic, man. I
And
fucking hate it.
And
No,
they kind of take advantage of the whole like self-esteem issues with these kids too.
Mhm.
Like these kids
They
are like,
do,
I
they
am
do.
small. Like fuck, this is gonna blow my chest up in 2 days. Okay, bet. And they just keep doing it. And they get
They
even more
do.
discouraged and even more into their shit.
No, exactly. People need to understand, like, people have different goals. Like, hey, there's like videos of like people squatting like heavyweight, and then they're doing like these quarter squats, and then in
Yeah.
the comments people are like
They're
making
just-
fun of them.
The thing is
But
with
it's like-
quarter,
I know, but it's like a different
Oh,
goal.
it's a
Like they're
different goal,
training for vertical
exactly.
jump or something, right?
Exactly.
People don't understand that.
The
They're
Joel
like,
Seedman guy, right?
I don't know. I just saw a video of the core
Yeah.
squat. I'm like,
It's-
that's good, and then people
Mhm.
comment are like,
Obviously, it's different if you're like quarter squatting, like, oh, this is a PR.
no,
Yeah.
I'm stronger than everyone else in the world. Obviously, that's different.
yeah,
But like
yeah.
athletes, when I see athletes quarter squat and I look at the comments and they're like, oh, you're fucking, quarter squats, 0 reps done. But like, they're athletes.
Or like there's a video of LeBron James doing that kind of
Mhm.
squat, and
Yeah.
people are making fun of it.
I saw that
Yeah.
one. He was like doing like half-ass squats.
Yeah.
And like, man,
He's LeBron
He-
James.
why-
Like,
yeah,
give
why
him
would-
the benefit of the doubt.
why would he need to go ass to
Yeah.
grass if he's not interested in growing his legs?
Yeah,
They're
there's
also
a
doing
reason he's
half-
doing that.
Mhm.
They're also
Exactly.
doing hella reps too. Like
Hella
they're not just-
reps.
They're not doing 5 reps. They're
Repetition,
doing like 20,
repetition.
doing 20
Mhm.
reps per set. So it's like that's all like muscle connection shit.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Muscle endurance, that's his
Yeah.
goal. Muscle endurance, muscle power, like that's his goal. Like he's not trying to
Yeah.
fucking look like goddamn Hulk with his big
Yeah.
ass
Yeah.
legs. Like he doesn't care about that.
It's
Yeah.
like, come on, he's LeBron. There must be a reason he's
Exactly.
doing that. Like, why are you?
Exactly.
You don't need to teach him.
You
Like,
think fucking LeBron James doesn't have enough money to hire a trainer? Like, come on.
yeah,
Plus,
exactly.
LeBron's been like pretty much injury free
Oh
in
my-
his whole
He has
20
That's
years.
fucking crazy.
You know the thing? I was talking about this recently.
Bro.
Braun was drafted in what 03, right?
Yeah, 03.
Only had one real injury, and it was an ankle sprain like last year,
Yeah.
which is pretty much nothing.
And this is year 20, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
he's 37.
Bro,
I think.
there's something up with him.
Yeah.
Something- you know, wait for he
was born on my
retires.
Fucking draft day. Or he was drafted when I was born, like the same year.
Oh,
Fuck,
Jesus.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
He's different, man. I can't wait for like documentary to come out when he retires.
Oh, yeah.
And just like he
That's just gonna be
shares
nice.
like all he did.
Yeah.
I think that's
Mhm.
different.
Ronnie Coleman's actually like you said, like everyone wants to like fucking lift heavy like Ronnie Coleman. Like he's
Mm.
always like, yeah, buddy, lightweight, all this shit.
Mhm.
But you see him now,
He's fucked.
in a
he's
wheelchair,
fu-
right?
bro. He's
Yeah.
walking on these the stilts
Yeah.
and shit. Like,
Yeah.
is it
You
worth
can
it?
see all like his skin
Yeah.
flopping. Like
Like he
and
can
see-
barely walk. He replaced his hip twice, something like that. Like this
Yeah.
guy's
That's
Was it
just-
just,
that's
was it
just
just like
side
too much
effects.
stress on his body, or like what happened?
I think he was diagnosed with something.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
he
but,
also
like,
ignored injuries too. Like
Yeah.
he
didn't
he
give a
like
fuck.
slipped a hernia or something. Like still, he's like, yeah, I slipped a hernia, but I still squatted like 6 plates. Like he didn't care.
Jesus.
Yeah, I feel bad for him now, man. But like, that's the risk you take, like with the risk of steroids and obviously
Mm.
pushing your body to the limits. Like
Yeah,
he really went fucking above and beyond with that shit.
yeah,
And like obviously everyone looks up to him now, but like if you look at like what he looks like right now, it's like fuck. Like,
yeah.
do you really want to look like that when you're fucking 70 years old?
Yeah.
Like
Maybe some people do.
some people do.
Well,
I
like-
don't know. If their goal, they can do whatever they want,
Yeah.
right?
All
On
right.
the bright side is more like I think like there's bad side of social media too, but the good side of it, I feel like is like I fucking
He's
see bum
overdosed.
and shit. Him too. Like he's more open about his cycles and shit. And
Yeah.
he's like saying like, okay, you guys can take cycles, but just know like unless you're competing at the highest level, there's really no point in it.
Yeah.
And you have to prioritize your health. Like it's like don't fucking change the wheels in your car if your oil's all fucked up. Or something
Yeah.
like that. Like don't train crazy if you eat like shit, like that kind of thing.
Mm.
You gotta take care of everything.
Yeah, that's a
So I
good
think that's
analogy. It's like taking supplements. Like if you fucking
Yeah.
sleep 3 hours a day, right? And eat like fucking McDonald's every day,
Yeah.
Mm.
this protein shake won't do anything for you.
Don't do
Like,
shit.
it's not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
Focus on the fundamentals. That's what I always tell the like new people going in the gym. Like just focus on the fundamentals.
Yeah.
Find what you want to do. Like really focus on like, oh, I'm a basketball player. I want to train to get faster, stronger, whatever. Then focus on training like that. Or versus someone who's like, oh, I just want to look bigger. Then focus on eating more. Focus on lifting heavier, hypertrophy work.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Sleep is underrated too. Like when you get a
Oh,
good
yeah.
hour of sleep, like you actually grow way faster than the gym
Mm.
will. Like that shit. Most of the gym shit is outside the gym.
Yeah,
Like, you're
that-
eating, your sleep, your
that's
water.
facts.
That shit will grow you more than the actual workout itself.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about knees over toes?
I like him.
Yeah.
I like him. I think. What do you do the Nordics, right?
Oh yeah.
Do you
I
do
did.
glute ham raise? Can you do one?
We don't have that machine at
Don't
my
have it?
gym. I gotta
I-
switch gyms, but
I fucking abuse that machine.
the glute ham raise.
Yeah, I abuse the fuck
is
out of
that?
it. It's like it's like Nordics, but
Kind
like
of like a Nordic, but there's more.
more range of motion, I would say.
It's more glute.
I'm gonna Google
Like,
it.
but it looks the thing looks different too.
Yeah, it's literally like a big fucking like machine. No, it's not even a machine. It's like a You just put your
It's like a bench, but like a weird bench.
yeah. It's hard to explain. I'll show you
I'm
later.
I
but,
think
like,
World Champ probably has it.
I'm gonna Google it later.
yeah. So yeah, before I would just like squat, squat and then do that, and that's all I really need. Or squat, do that, and then walk backwards on the sled. That's all I needed. It's like
Mm.
right now I'm fucking fine. Like I can jump as high as I want to. I can do all this shit, and like
You're high vertical.
I have a high vertical.
damn.
I can jump pretty fucking
Yeah,
high.
yeah.
I'll show you some videos on
What's
my
your vertical?
thing.
What's your standing vertical?
I don't know. I could probably get like 40.
Jeez.
50. I don't
Can you
know.
dunk it?
I can dunk. Yeah,
Jeez. How tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
Jesus. Wow.
But I've always been able to jump high. I think
Okay.
just like doing all this stuff, it like helped with like the landing and like all this shit. I'll show you videos on my phone, like me jumping fucking.
We'll throw it up right now on the podcast.
Yeah, we'll throw it up.
Jesus. But
I think my max was like 30 something.
you gonna take a piss?
I'm gonna take my hoodie off. It's hot as
Okay.
fuck.
It is hot.
Let me show you the video.
Yeah,
right
sure,
here,
sure.
so they can follow along.
Jeez. 40 inches. Standing? What the hell?
Yeah, how do you stand and do 40?
Standing, no running jump.
I don't have
Jesus.
that, but I do have like a box. Me jumping a box or some shit.
Jesus.
Right here.
Wow. That you just floated. You weren't trying, man.
I really wasn't. That is fucking. That is like as tall as me, right?
Wow. Damn. But you jump pretty high too, though.
Not 40 though.
Come on, you stop training.
I stopped playing ball.
Stop playing ball.
We all stopped playing ball.
All Filipinos played ball. I was a
Oh.
fucking odd one out. I was playing hockey and shit.
Well, Filipinos can jump too.
Yeah, they can jump. Bro, if Filipinos were like 6 foot, they could actually make the NBA.
That's what we
Like,
used to
I'm
say
not
when we
even
were kids. We had a 6'4" friend, and we always like he could barely dunk. Well, he could dunk, but it wasn't like
Bro, he started dunking in grade 12.
yeah, but he wasn't like throwing it like crazy. And
Wait,
we
he
always
was 5'4".
no, he was 6'4".
Oh, 6'4". Okay.
6'4",
But
6'4".
we all, me and my other friend, we were always talking shit like, "Yo, man, if we were your height, we'd be able to fucking dunk and shit." We're talking all this shit.
I mean, you're pretty tall. Can you dunk? I think you
I
can dunk.
could,
You could.
but I,
Train for
don't-
power.
I haven't played ball in like for real since
Yeah.
4 years ago, I think. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Play hockey?
Yeah, I played hockey growing up. It's
Ah.
weird. Like, I think mainly because I like the Oilers so much that I was like,
Okay.
I'm gonna play hockey. You guys probably know the Oilers. Do
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
follow Canucks? Not really.
Not
no,
really.
we have a couple friends that do, but we just watch with them.
Yeah.
We just kind of
Yeah,
chill.
big Oilers fan. And then once I reached high school, I transitioned into more football stuff. And yeah, I killed it in football. Like I really fucking killed it. And then after, I don't know, I didn't really want to go to U of A, anything like that, because I don't know, I just lost my drive. Like
No. For the sport?
not really. It's just like I don't know, like COVID thing happened,
Okay,
all
but
that
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
I was
right.
like, I wasn't really feeling it, and then that's when I got into personal training. But obviously, I still train like as an athlete. Like I'd really,
Yeah.
you can put me on the football field right now, and I'll fucking kill it. Like
Mhm.
no, I'm like no bullshit. I'll actually kill it.
Does
Mhm.
it concern you how many football like NFL players get CTE?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. It's kind of scary.
Did that
because,
kind of
like,
put you off?
Not really, because I didn't really give a fuck back
Yeah.
then. I just wanted to win. I just wanted to win. Like,
Right.
but like now looking at it, it's like, and it's not even because like one big hit. It's like repeated
Yeah.
hit. Like if you're getting, like one time I was running the ball right down the middle,
Mm.
and I was like this was when I was in grade 10. Grade 10 is like freshman in Canada or in
States?
Edmonton.
Yeah, yeah.
Or Edmonton.
In Edmonton, because don't you guys start high school in grade 9 here?
We started in grade 8.
In grade 8.
In grade 8, high school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
There's one high school here that starts in grade 9, but that's because they have a middle school.
But there's middle school
Oh,
sometimes.
fuck. Yeah, so high school where I live, you start at grade 10.
yeah.
So I
Oh.
remember I was playing, right? I was like 120, 115 pounds, something.
Damn.
I was running down the middle. Obviously, I wasn't really good. I was just fucking doing what I did. Like some 300-pound guy just boom, like on my ass. And I remember him like his helmet like hit my helmet, and my helmet hit the ground.
Ow.
And I was actually winded. Like never in my life I was winded. So I came up, I was like, fuck. And I remember one of my teammates was like, yo, you good? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. And then the next play, we did it again. And then I was like, nah, man, that was really bad because I was actually like winded. Like I really, like my eyes, I was seeing stars.
Did you get concussion?
No, I didn't get a concussion. I never had a concussion in my life after all the sports I played.
Right.
But like I was just winded. I think
Yeah.
it was more because like the weight of him hitting my
Sure.
stomach.
300
and then-
pounds, double
yeah,
your
he's
more than
fucking
double.
more than twice.
Yeah.
On my fucking ass, and I was like, holy fuck.
Jesus. So do you post on YouTube? Yeah,
I
see,
do.
you have a YouTube channel. I
did.
saw.
my
you
God.
did.
I did.
What
So,
happened?
last year, I kind of just I made my own YouTube channel just because I was fucking bored, you know. I
You got
just wanted-
1,000 subs.
Yeah, I know.
Not bad.
I know, cause like one video blew up. So I'll tell that story later. So what happened was I did it for fun. I didn't really like want to make money off this.
Sure.
I just wanted to post like me and what I did.
Mm.
And at first it was like fitness related. So I'd run and then I'll do my like before the gyms were closed, right? So I'll do like home workouts with like dumbbells and stuff.
Mm.
And then there was this one video that just blew up. It got like 165K views. And did you see? It's a Jollibee one.
I think it's like your black friend
Yeah,
find
yeah.
Jollibee.
So like, I got a lot of hate for that, but like the reason why, literally, I was like, "Yo, let's go eat Jollibee," and then like in the car when we were going to Jollibee, he's like, "Yo, he's black. It's Mark." He's like, "Yo, like, clickbait this shit. Like, black friends try Jollibee for the first time." And I was like, "Okay, whatever." And he's like, "It's not gonna be controversial." And then we post it. You know, obviously, I only had like 20 subs. I didn't think it was gonna blow up. It blew up, and it blew up to the point where my mom saw it and she found out on my YouTube channel. And people that like from my high school, I never talked to ever since I graduated. They saw it and they started hitting me up. They're like, "Yo, like we seen your video, And like I remember it went to 5K like overnight.
Yeah.
And then I went to bed, like 15K.
Jeez.
Boom, boom, boom. It kept going.
Wow.
And then I started getting subscribers. And I think that was like my downfall when it came to YouTube because
Wow.
I really like after that I just wanted to post like
more stuff like that.
more stuff like that, like black friends, and then even though it wasn't my niche,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
I didn't want to do that. It just blew
No.
up. So then I started focusing on that, and then the views weren't hitting the same like they did, and then it was eventually I was like, "Yo, like I just need to take a break off YouTube." But like, we should watch the video after this. It was like, it was literally like a last second thing. I was like, "Yo, you guys want to try Jollibee? I'll record it." Like, okay, we tried it, and they liked it, and then people around the Philippines, Saudi Arabia, India, Mexico, the States, they all watched it. And I was like, "Oh my God, it's so embarrassing." And my mom found out. And like, I wanted to make sure it was like a secret. You know, I didn't want anyone to know I had a YouTube channel.
But it blew up.
Yeah. And then it blew up. And then that was like, fuck. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I don't really care now.
Were you posting a lot before that video though?
Yeah, I was. I was just doing like
vlogs or whatever.
Yeah, like vlogs, like fitness stuff. Like I would go to the like football turf and I would just work out, you know, just me working out, like running laps with my friends.
Yeah.
Fun stuff. Like I wasn't even trying to take it serious. Like I just wanted to have memories, right?
I think I saw your like testing or 1 rep max or something like that in like some home gym. Was that you?
Was that me?
Was that you? It's like I remember. I think I was checking on your channel. It's like you guys were like in a fucking like house in like some random like squat rack bench thing. You guys are all trying your 1 rep max in the bench.
Yeah, we have to go through that. But like, oh my God, now looking back at that, like that was actually so like cringe.
Yeah,
but I don't really care. You know, it's there. I won't delete anything.
Yeah,
because it's like memories. Like I like
exactly.
I like coming back, especially since it's almost been like a year from now. I just go back and then it's like, oh shit, we did this. I'll show my friends. I'm like, oh,
are you gonna post again, or do you post content?
Well, I'm mainly on my Instagram right now, just because like that's where most of my clients, they follow me. Most of them have Instagram, so they'll follow me through there.
Not TikTok?
I used to, but then like I don't know. I feel like whenever I have TikTok, I like scroll down too much and I get addicted too much.
Okay, no,
then I stick to Instagram right now. But obviously, Reels and fucking TikToks are the same thing.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, that's what I'm probably gonna do in a few months, or not in a few months, like a few weeks. But yeah, Instagram right now. And like I said, the lead nurture. You want to lead nurture your clients.
Exactly.
You know, like even potential clients who might want to join you later. They see your content. They see you keep posting. They see all your clients' progress. They might be like, "Oh shit, you know, Joshua, he's pretty cool. I might hit him up again." Stuff like that.
Yeah. So try it out. What's up?
Interesting. Do you have any like goals for the gym this year? Like, do you want to lift a certain weight? Do you want to hit something? Do you want to compete? Like, what's going on?
Not really. I mean, I don't know. I just go to the gym so I feel good about myself. Yeah. Like whenever I go to the gym, it's mainly for athletic work because I always like to be fast. Like I remember when I was in COVID time, I was like 180 pounds ish. Yeah. Now I'm back at 160.
Oh,
but before I used to be mad big, and I remember I was slow as fuck and I hated it. So I like that's kind of why I really don't like to bulk, because I just feel slow. Like I feel like I'm slower.
Right.
So I kind of like to stay a little bit low and just maintain. That's what I'm doing, maintaining right now. What about you? What about you, Jaden?
I don't know. Honestly, like I don't know what my weight is, because like all the scales are like all fucked up. I don't know how much I weigh. I think I'm like 170-ish.
I think you're like 176-ish.
Oh shit. Okay, never mind.
Looking at your arms.
But like, I lost a little bit of weight like in the summer. Like when it got hotter, I feel a lot better. I know. I was so sluggish back then.
It's nice.
But this year, I think I want to deadlift 5 plates by the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I want to
Mm.
squat
got that
4,
shit.
and I want to bench at least 280.
You got that shit.
I got 275. Like I failed it. I kind of got like stuck here in the shoulder
went
area.
halfway.
Yeah, but it's like I did shoulders on a rest day, so it's like whatever. I
Yeah.
probably could have gotten on a different
Do
day.
you do floor presses?
No.
No.
I also got kind of a shit lift off, so like
Yeah. So like with that shit, like when people they struggle with the
Yeah.
workout, you do floor presses because
Mhm.
you're not full range
Yeah.
of motion, right? You're
Right.
coming up here, boom.
yeah.
You know, focus on that power. So
Yeah.
start. Obviously, you can do whatever you want. But
Yeah.
like, I would recommend start doing some floor
I
presses.
think I did floor presses like back in high school. We used
Mhm.
to fuck around and do floor presses, but I haven't touched it since then.
Yeah. Even with like not even barbell, you can use like
Dumbbells,
yeah.
accessory, like work on
Yeah.
each arm, like stuff like that will
Yeah.
help with your.
I see a lot of the strength
your
cartel
bench.
guys do like the fucking like big boy and pitbull guys, like those
Mhm.
powerlifters. But yeah, I might try that actually. I might start doing it again.
Yeah, try it. Trust me, it helps.
What are some good athletic workouts that you do? Because I want to try to incorporate more of those into mine.
Okay, so anything specific like upper, lower? Like, do you want to start somewhere?
Sure, lower. Start lower.
Lower. Okay, lower. I would recommend squats, obviously. Trap bar deadlifts, just because it's more like an athletic stance, right? When you with the barbell, it's kind of like awkward. I like to have exercises that translate onto the game, right?
Yeah.
Because like very rarely you're gonna bend over like this
Yeah.
in a fucking basketball game.
Mhm.
You're more like this, jumping up, right? So I like to incorporate trap bar deadlifts, glute ham raises or Nordics, squats, a lot of ankle mobility and stuff. So like pails and rails, I think it's called. I forgot
What
it's
is
called.
that?
It's like a bunch of like ankle and like toe work.
Okay.
So like it's literally like walking on your ankles on like an angle, right?
Oh,
and
yes.
then
Okay. Yeah.
The other way, and then
Yes.
like
Yes.
walking with your toes. Have you guys ever walked on your toes?
Yes.
You have.
It's hard.
It's hard. It's very hard.
Yes.
And like I said, the bare feet muscles, like, you know, you got to move your toes around. You got to learn how to do shit like that. So that's what I would recommend for the lower. You don't have to do too much stuff. Oh, Bulgarian split squats.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
those two. Those
Those
are
are
really
fire.
good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, that's all you really need for a lower.
I did a
body
knees over
athletic
toes
work.
split squats.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The one
That's
where he
good.
goes like super deep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
When it
What
comes to
upper.
when it comes to upper, there's honestly a lot of things you can do. Personally, I would just focus on like a lot of more body weight stuff.
Oh, okay.
Body weight stuff like push-ups, dips, and pull-ups. Like that's literally all I do. And like
We see it.
it comes like that's all I do. Like I never fucking did 30 rep bicep curl.
Yeah, I don't do that
you know?
anymore.
Yeah, we used to do that shit.
I used to always
Yeah,
do
you
that.
do?
But I don't do that
everyone
anymore.
used to do it. And like bench is good too. I feel like
Yeah.
bench is more strength though. Like if you're focused on
Yeah.
getting strong,
I still do it.
bench.
Just fun.
It's
For me,
fun.
just fun. Yeah.
It's fun. So like for athletic work, I'm not. Yeah, I would say yeah. It depends on how you like your variables. It's like if you have like changed on the side and you do speed work bench,
Yeah.
that's gonna work your fucking chest. But like honestly, you could just have push up, have someone put his hand or whatever their hand is over your back, and just
Yeah.
come down on the eccentric portion, boom, explode the fuck up. You know what I mean? Or concentric, and then boom, eccentric.
Or I
Come
do
on.
like I'll put like dumbbells and like elevate the push-ups so I can go
Mhm.
deeper.
Yeah, you can do stuff like that.
The thing with dips for me, I don't know why. Maybe like my form's wrong. Not shoulder. I feel like my sternum.
Your
Why you
sternum,
always do
really?
that?
Do you not? You get that?
I remember you used to mention that when we were younger.
Yeah. So I just stopped doing it.
Yeah,
Like just after. Oh, like I think the day after, like for a week after, it's just like sternum pain.
is your dips vertical or do you like lean a little?
I lean a
forward?
little.
Lean a little bit.
It's like I don't know what's wrong. I just stopped doing it. Like I don't wanna.
I don't know. I've never sternum. Mostly
No?
it's like
Okay.
shoulder and like wrist, right?
Yeah.
That's where they feel pain.
Yeah.
The sternum, like in the middle of your chest. is
Yeah,
a
it's
very-
like into like
it
I don't
might
know,
be
man.
like your like the muscles that insert on your chest. I
Is
don't
the
know.
muscle? Okay, it
Maybe.
just feels like the bone. Like
The bone, like literally the bone.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. I don't know. I just stopped doing it.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's what you recommend for explosive work or athletic work.
Oh, yeah. For athletic work, obviously it depends on what you're doing. Because like
Yeah.
basketball, you don't really need.
That's true.
Of course, you need strength, but like if you compare basketball to football, like
That's true.
football, you need way more strength with it, and like power shit. Basketball is more like power and explosiveness,
Mhm.
agility, being able to move from there, and then up. You know,
What's the goals 5 years from now as a personal trainer? If you thought that far, or 2 years, if it's easier to think.
I can do 5 years, but like maybe in 20 years,
Oh,
hopefully I'll have my own gym.
okay.
But 5 years, just build up my clientele, be known as the best trainer at Evolve Strength South. Right now, I'm like bottom.
Just
There's
started.
there's someone. His name's Andrew Coates. He has like 60. You guys might see him, but like
Andrew
Coates.
Coates.
Yeah, so He works out of All Strengths Health like me, but he's like really up there. He has like 65K on Instagram,
Oh, okay.
and he writes for all the big like bodybuilding websites.
Okay.
So like musclebuilding.com or some shit.
Sure.
Do you know any websites?
Like bodybuilding.
Bodybuilding.com.
Yeah, he does that.
Classic. Fuck, what's I don't even.
There's no bodybuilding.
Just
I don't know
nothing
the other
else,
ones.
I don't listen to much bodybuilding.
What's
if I'm
the?
gonna be
There's
honest.
one called I something like that.
Mhm.
I something I don't know.
Yeah, but there's like a lot of like he just writes for all of
Yeah.
them, and then obviously I like talking, so I talked to him a little bit, and he's like, as a young trainer, like it's all gas, no break, because you gotta work. You gotta catch up to the trainers who have been doing this for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you gotta learn. You know, you gotta learn from your mistakes. You know, obviously it's not gonna be a fucking smooth road. People are gonna reject you.
Mm.
Like people are dead ass gonna be like, yo, no. Right?
Mhm.
And you just gotta handle it.
Mhm.
You know, I'm sure Andrew, he's been rejected fucking thousands, millions of times. Like, it's just how it is, and you gotta deal with it, and you just gotta move on, find the
Mhm.
next client.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So be the top, the
Be
top
the top personal trainer at my
at
gym,
Evolve.
at Evolve Strength.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
And
my goal in 5 years.
Probably get there. 5 years.
I think so.
That's a
Maybe
long
sooner,
time.
right?
Yeah,
You're already 19. Like 19, right?
yeah, 19.
And you're already like, I think you're at a great start right now.
I'm at a fucking good start. He even said like, you're doing better than I expected, which is good.
There you go. I think. Anything else?
Fuck. I'm gonna find out when that Evolve Strength opens up in Vancouver. If
Brentwood.
I'm Brentwood, but if it opens up late as fuck, I might just go Edmonton. Fuck it.
Yeah,
You
Edmonton.
should come. I'll show you the gym.
No,
I'll show you
deadass. I'm
my-
actually down.
There you go.
Because I like going to different gyms. Like my gym is like there's so much red inside,
This one has a lot of red too. I'm not gonna lie. It's like red and black.
but it's like a
Is yours-
different. It's like a different gym.
You don't
so
like red?
red and black as well.
Oh, yours red and black.
Yeah, but it's like I see the same gym so often. Like I'm there 6 days a week usually, so it's like I want to go to a different gym sometimes.
I need a different gym, man.
Like I just want like change in scenery. Like I want to go to like.
No, I know what
That's kind of what it looks like.
Oh, I'm down for that.
I want some turf, man. My gym has no turf.
Oh, your gym's like no, like the walls are red. Like the walls are red. The
Oh,
floor
everything
black,
is red.
The machines are red.
Okay. See,
Everything's red. Like
Mhm.
the fucking ceiling's black. Like it's just nothing but red and
Love
black.
red.
The whole building is black with the red inside. Like it's crazy.
yeah.
But I'm down to go Evolve. I'm
I'll
down to
show you.
go fucking all these other gyms too.
Edmonton. Anything else you want to say, Josh?
Plug
Besides the plug,
Oh, yeah.
we can plug it after.
Uh,
Last words.
man, with the podcast you guys are doing, I'm proud of you guys. You know, I feel weird because I'm here talking, and I know in a week I'll hear myself talk, but I kind of got used to it with all like the YouTube and shit. But like,
Okay.
it's nice being here. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Jaden, for
Thank you.
letting me on. I'm glad I took the time to do a formal introduction because I could have been in fucking Coquitlam, knocked
Yeah,
out,
man.
drunk. But I'm here. I'm happy to be here, man. It's been an honor.
Appreciate it. What do you have to say to the listeners who want to get into training? Any motivational words for these listeners?
Fuck all the bullshit. Get into it as fast as you can. Stop listening to all these bullshit ass fucking IG, TikTok people. Stop comparing yourself, you know? If you want to train alone, train alone. I recommend getting a personal trainer if you're starting off new to the gym or if you're at a plateau and you're looking to improve off that plateau. Because like I said, man, if you really value your health is number one. You know, fuck all the money, you know, time, whatever. Your health is number one. You know, being able to live a healthy lifestyle, that should be number one. So take that into consideration. But keep that in mind. Yeah, just look for, if you're at a plateau, like I said, or starting off new, look for a personal trainer that could really help what you're working with what's going on.
There you go. All right. Plug your stuff, Josh.
Yeah, plug your shit, man.
My Instagram is JRB Reese. My YouTube is JRB Reese. The Hustlepedia, at the Hustlepedia. So you'll find that. It's pretty nice.
Hustlepedia. Hustlers University.
Hustle.
Andrew Tate.
Hustle
Hustle
University.
University, man. Andrew Tate's a fucking,
That
I
guy's
don't
a
know.
fucking-
Like,
Top G.
I don't know.
Threw an accent on that.
Top G.
Bugatti.
Bugatti. What color's your Bugatti?
You have a Bugatti.
I don't even know.
So I'm here with this bitch.
All women can't drive. Women can't.
He's a fucking
Okay,
troll, man.
that
But
guy's
like, I
fucked.
can't even lie. He's funny though.
He's funny as fuck.
He's
He's
smart, man. He's smart.
Oh.
But yeah, Hustlepedia and
JRB Reese.
JRB Reese. All
Yeah.
right, go follow him for some personal training advice. And if you're in Edmonton, hit him up.
Yeah, Evolve Gym. Evolve Strength.
Evolve
South.
Strength South. Yeah.
Yeah.
Golf Strength South.
Millwoods.
There you go. All right. So you know what to do. Plug. I mean,
Yeah.
hit the subscribe button. If you're on YouTube, comment down below. Hit the notification bell.
Share with your friends.
Your friends, your mom, your grandma.
Follow us on TikTok,
follow us on
Instagram. Twitter is coming soon. I'm gonna
Talk
do that
to more
eventually.
people. Connect with people.
Drink some Casamigos.
Drink some Casamigos, talk to people, leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen. And we'll see you next week. We hope you enjoyed all the Chinatown stuff.
Yeah. I don't know what we filmed or what we did, but how much we would put? What, 15 hours of footage?
Oh, no, it's not that long.
How much is it?
A couple hours.
Couple
You say
hours?
15?
No, it's not
He said
15.
you said we pulled 7 from the first day, so I just assume we multiplied
Holy
it.
fuck.
It was like a couple people, like 12, 13 people. It's like 20 minutes each.
Okay.
not that
that's-
long.
yeah,
Not
it's
like
not that
15.
long.
I don't know.
Couple hours.
When you did the megabyte math, I was like, 7 hours. What the fuck?
Nah.
All right,
But
well,
yeah.
we pulled some content, so we good.
And now, yeah, we'll see you next week.
I'm about to play some fucking golf.
About to kill that shit.